Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now this defense for the Lions, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Second down and another run with Edmonds. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I don't see more than trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October. Well, that was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Once again, it's Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The Lions at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. They have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Seibert's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points the other way, so now they work from behind.
They do, but he's got to walk out on the field like he's working from ahead. All right, he's got to walk out like, hey, I just threw a touchdown pass, because all eyes on his team are on him. They gain their confidence from the way he reacts, his demeanor, and how he plays. He's got to show that he has confidence in himself.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On play action, here's Tua. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
At the 46-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 4. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he fires. Here's one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okuda. There he goes right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. The defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Dolphins take over first and 10. Their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doc.
Oh, and 2 are going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Watson now to throw. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
Austin Seibert on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Play action. Now it's Tua. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. They'll roll him out right. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question, because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a give right side Swift. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Watson. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Watson. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Swift on the counter. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
But he's certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Here's Swift. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, Watson. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. To throw is Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been slick. And my goodness, another interception. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. this defense, they have been ball-hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Bridgewater's throw is taken in by Waddle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first step.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
The final shot before the break, Watson. He's airing it out for Williams. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached the intermission and what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. No return here for QT, so this will come out to the 25. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. against Watson. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw, Watson. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Watson. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Watson on 3rd down. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson rolling to it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him. And that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
And he has got it. from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Watson off play action. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Watson. Hard throw, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions. What was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki.
2nd down at 7.
To throw is Bridgewater. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. On the right side open is Gesicki. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Bridgewater.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Gets this one to Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Dolphin first down.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Play action now. Bridgewater. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Bridgewater.
Along the sideline, Mostert making the play.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson.
Finding Hawkinson here on the out route.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Well, this is caught by Williams. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
To To throw again on second down. Watson. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
To the air yet again. Watson.
He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise,
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Byron Jones getting to him from the secondary.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
To try again after the sack. Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. A gain there of 21 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. To throw is Watson. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And Watson's going to throw it here. This will be caught just inside the 10. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. Watson now to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater.
Well, that's into the hands of Gesicki.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Here's Bridgewater. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and this one will be brought back to the 22. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Throwing now, Watson. He's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
Yeah.